What's up, y'all? Mm-hmm. 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 I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here going through the motion, baby. You name it, it's happening. Refrigerator. Well, the refrigerator part's still working. Refrigerator. Well, freezer going down. Washer and dryer basically down, but it's still functional. Everything going down, but it's still functional. Refrigerator going down. Washer going down. Dryer going down. Shelf in my kitchen went down. Broke some of my candles, and some of my CDs are behind the washer and dryer. I'm gonna have to get behind there when I figure and muscle up the strength to get all that stuff from behind there. Went outside. Big tree done fell down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When it rains, it pours. He ain't done tearing stuff down. He just now getting started. Mm-hmm. Got a couple of other things that I don't want to talk about in my room that done fell down. Mm-hmm. Baby, it's all falling down. It's falling down to be rebuilt back up again. And I know when it's falling down because y'all know I predict the weather. It's always falling down, but I hate when it falls down because it all falls down at one time. But then once it comes back up again, it'll be running smooth and sailing. But right now, we ain't in the smooth sailing part. I still got to figure out who I'm going to call about this tree. I think I'm going to call Amber because about 3 weeks ago, I had came home. I was out doing something, and I had came home, and my neighbor, y'all know my neighbor. Yeah, I got my heater on, y'all. I got my feet to the fire. Mm-hmm. And my neighbor had Amron out there because a big tree had fell down in her yard about 3 weeks ago. So they came, and it looked like to me they cut the tree up, and they broke the tree down. The tree's still laying there. And then when I had gotten my car today, when I had got ready to leave to go down to the gas station, I was passing by another house. Big tree had fell in front of their house. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, what else can you do? You can't do nothing but go with what's going on. Mm-hmm. So, but you know God is in it because the way, like I said, the way it's falling and the way it's breaking, but you're still able to go on. Like, it's things that can hold off on. It's functioning, but it's not functioning. You know what I'm saying? But you can hold on until you can grasp to get somewhere. It ain't like, something needs to be taken care of right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, even with my refrigerator, I showed y'all a little sneak peek because the guy that came, he didn't want to be recorded. So I did sneak a little something. So I had cut it off because I was going to show y'all, but he was a mature gentleman. He didn't want to be recorded or whatever. But the outcome of the refrigerator, I was hoping, but like I said, he's in the middle of tearing down and rebuilding, so I knew that it wasn't going to be savable, but I was hoping that it would. And he said something about that there is a hole in something, and the fan stopped working, and basically it's just a big piece of junk. So now I got to get basically everything just got to be replaced. Like I said a couple of days ago, some things ain't going to be able to be saved. Some things belong to other people and they got their use out of it, regardless of what it was, or things that, were handed down to you and stuff like that. These are old things. And what's crazy is, the appliances, most of them, he said, which was the Samsung, excuse me, y'all, he said was 10 years old. But looking at the stuff, because I like vintagey stuff, and the older things get, the more beautiful they are. And I like to keep things around. I like antique things, modern, up to speed date vintage things, and those things are something I would have liked to keep. But he said, that they were 10 years old. They don't even seem like they're 10 years old, but the washer ain't worth saving, the dryer ain't worth saving. Hell, I ain't even reported the dryer yet. Like, none of this stuff is worth saving. You see what I'm saying? So I got to get things that from Father, that belong to me and that's for me, so I can get my use out of things, because it's been handed down and everybody else got their use out of it. So and like I said, it's just the fact that he ain't done tearing stuff down yet. He just now finna get started over here. I already know that. Because a lot of things need to come down. Like, a lot of things need to come down around me. A lot of things need to come out of my life. A lot of people he getting ready to pull out my life and take them down and rip them apart. A lot of things, he's moving things out of my way. And the way things are falling, they pretty much falling out my way. And it's crazy because as he's tearing things down, right, I can honestly say I don't have the money. These are big things that are falling down. Y'all see what's going on. These are appliances, are big investments. Y'all see people want, anywhere from 500 on up to the rooftop for washers and dryers and stuff, how fancy you get or whatever. But what's crazy about this, back to what I was saying, what's crazy about all of this stuff that's falling down, I ain't even worried about no money, and I really don't have any money. I'm not even worried about it, because he replacing what he tearing down. I'll have to talk to y'all about that and show y'all how that works in another story. But when he tears something down, you can tell when he in it, because he tear it down to where, what I'm saying, he gonna replace it. That's what I'm looking at. It's already done. And I know for a fact it's already done, because I've talked to the people. Everything is all done, and I'm walking away scot-free. I'm walking away like you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Baby, I'm walking away a smooth criminal. That's why I'm laughing, y'all. Because it's pain and beauty in it. It's beauty and pain in it. And I was thinking about getting a little refrigerator or something on TikTok, see if I could find something. But because the refrigerator's still working right, and it's still keeping stuff cold, but he said the fan went out. But I guess it's okay. I got it set on, like I said, 34 or whatever, 32. And he said, I read that 40 brings bacteria or whatever. So I think the food is still safe. I asked him the heat thing. He said, to be safe, he would replace it. But right now, I don't have the money to replace. Like, every time I turn around, I was having so many problems with this refrigerator. I don't have the money to keep on replacing food, messing around with Samsung. This is like the third or fourth time I didn't have to replace stuff, but like I said, some was due to power outages. But that thing, like I said, I thought I was hitting buttons. And like I said, sometimes I was forgetting to shut the refrigerator door, allowing the heat to draw in there and stuff. Sometimes I was the problem. But then now, a lot of times when I look up, I wasn't the problem at all when my food went bad, because buttons kept on going out by themselves. Like, I ain't even been in there. Like, I set it, and, on these power features, what it's supposed to be on, and I walk off, I might go to sleep or something. I might be in here recording. I might take a bath. Like, I got water in my room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable where I'm at. Like, I ain't even been in there. I ain't even been in no kitchen. And then when I come back, the buttons had went off. Like, certain features that I had it on for it to do what it do or whatever, they didn't shut off by themselves. And that's what I just started realizing a couple of days ago. Like, wait a minute. You ain't been as much problem as you thought you was, because this stuff keep going off by itself. You ain't even been in here. So I'm just sitting here dealing. Ain't nothing else to do but deal. What can you do but deal? But like I said, I know he ain't done tearing stuff up. He just now getting started. I hope he don't tear me up. He on the road. He making the trees fall out the sky and say, timber! And the thing is, when he been doing it, for all these trees that's been falling and stuff, ain't nobody been at home to witness this. Ain't nobody been getting hurt. And what's crazy is, like I told y'all, I had my car parked out right in front of that tree. Before that tree had fell earlier today, I had went to the gas station, and I went to McDonald's, and I got me a McDouble with extra mac sauce and extra pickles. Y'all ever tried that? Y'all should try that. That's the bomb there. Mac sauce on my McDouble with extra pickles. When that mac sauce hit that extra pickle and that ketchup, it just give it some type of twang. I don't know what type of sauce I done created with the ketchup and the mac sauce and the extra pickles. It's something zesty and tingy and zingy though. And I got me 4-piece nugget with some tangy barbecue sauce. I normally get sweet and sour, and sometimes I like to get sweet, sour, and tangy barbecue and mix them together. Try that too on your nuggets. Oh, that combination is beautiful. I don't know what I made up with that. I got that. Oh, and then I stopped at Circle K and got me a Polar Pop, a Sprite. I got that, right? This before the tree fell. I got that. I came home. I sat right in front of that tree. I parked and I ate. And this was when I was eating, right? A couple of days ago. And my dad even told me this. And I don't know why I'm telling y'all this, but I'm going to tell y'all this. You would think this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but it do. My father, I had called him, and my father done passed away. I had called him one night, something was going on with me, and I was crying, and he asked me where I was at. And I told him I was sitting in my car. He told me to stop sitting in my car. He said, don't sit in your car. He said, anything could happen. He said, somebody could come up while you in your car and do anything to you. Somebody could walk by and shoot you and keep going. Anything could happen. Okay? A couple of days ago, I'm on YouTube. I didn't even watch this. I don't know what he said, but I knew it was some value in this because of what my dad told me. I'm going to go back and see if I can try to see it. I was scrolling through my news feed on TikTok. This younger gentleman about my age said the same thing. He said, hey, he said, y'all stop sitting in y'all cars. He said, when y'all out or whatever, how y'all just go outside, and sit in y'all cars and they ain't even going nowhere. He said, stop sitting in y'all cars. He said something happened, but like I said, I didn't get that far. I clicked off when he was getting ready to go into it because I already knew the meaning and I had already got the message. So I already knew not to sit in my car, but I did, sometimes when I go get something to eat or something, I'll sit in my car because I already know I'm only going to be in my car until the meal is done. But he said the same thing. He said, y'all stop sitting in y'all cars. Anything can happen. So I'm telling somebody else the significance of this because there's something to it. There's something behind just sitting in your car. Anything can happen when you just sitting in your car. So I don't know who I'm telling this to tonight, but y'all stop sitting in y'all cars. Now there I was earlier today sitting there eating in my car, and timber fell. But like I said, the way God laid it, my car was right there, and he laid the tree to the side like this. I'm gonna go in the morning. I'm gonna show y'all. I went out there tonight, but it was too dark. In the morning, I'm gonna show y'all how he laid the tree. But just think, if it could have went a different way. Just think if I served a different God. Just think if I had some type of karma to pay back, or anything about this invisible universe, anything in the spiritual realm that y'all don't understand, which I could go into, but I'm not, because sometimes when I get too real, Father don't like me talking about certain things, and he'll make things start falling down and things start shaking, and y'all have witnessed this. And some of y'all have seen when I'm in the room and orbs come out the top of my head and stuff like that, where you can go and find videos all day long when I'm up late at night or 2 or 3 in the morning and I'm talking, and when I get to talking too much, he'll start making stuff fall, and he'll start making orbs start. Well, the orbs, they start coming out because it's time for me to come out, because I'm in spiritual hours. But I don't. But I can tell when I'm talking too much, because stuff will start shaking, and it'll be natural forces that start happening, or things that just start falling off my walls, or things that start falling off my dresser, and things outside will start falling. And if I keep going, I'm pretty sure the house will fall down. So I know when to stop talking. But I'm just telling somebody, I don't know who I'm telling here. Stop sitting in y'all cars. It's something dark about sitting in y'all cars. Like if it ain't moving, if you're going to be there 5 or 10 minutes or something, whatever. Because a couple of times, I done came home from work and I didn't feel like getting out my car, and I just sat in my car, for a couple of minutes or whatever, or smoked a cigarette. And I like being in my car because it just seems like I can gather myself, sometimes, or just sit there, without nothing on my mind, and just kind of, appreciate life or deal with what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Just sometimes when you take that drive, whether it's to or from, back from home or something, and you cut your car off, you just sit there. No music playing or nothing, nothing even running in your mind, just sitting out, looking at a tree, sitting out, looking at the yard or something with no thought running through your mind. There's something peaceful about it. But for some reason, it's also dangerous. I mean, I know the reason, but I can't really go into the reasons, or might not be time. But like I said, a lot of stuff have to do, with people's energy, how certain things move or how certain things fall, you know what I'm saying, or what karmic cycle they in. A lot of things have to do with invisible dust and smoke and grit and grime that y'all can't see. But if it's good things that's happening, like how things are falling for me, but they happening, but that's good karma. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I tell y'all all the time, I'm not lying when I tell y'all to keep y'all energy clean. When I tell y'all, like, to be good and to do good and multiply good and stuff like that, because there's clean karma and air and smoke and protection and angels. And then there's also things invisible karma. It's your own energy coming back after you that will trap you a certain way. But I just wish I had a witness. I ain't gonna get into all of that because I'm getting too emotional. But like I said, it's happening. And I thank God the way it's happening. And I thank God how he, behind me, protecting me and chasing me and covering things that I know in the physical realm that I'm not covering. Ain't nowhere in the hell I could cover this. Ain't nowhere in the hell I could do it. And I know this. Y'all on here with me. Y'all seeing stuff happening, and stuff is happening beyond the physical eye. Y'all see, ain't nobody lying about nothing. Y'all see how it's happening. I'm on here pressing record. Y'all see I was falling. Ain't nowhere in the hell this stuff happening. I could take care of this stuff in no physical realm, and y'all know this. But see, all my things, everything is in my Father's name. Everything. Let me get off of here. I love y'all. Stay sweet.